From the day that I remember myself, I was always trying to lose weight. I was always a fat kid. I was always treated like one, at least. But I didn't like my body. I never liked my body. I always felt insecure about it. And I wanted to change it. So many years passed, and I was doing judo for 10 years, and I still didn't change. I was training for 10 years, and I still was fat. And you will say now, how is that even possible? What do you do? What mistake did you make that you were fat after 10 years of training? And I will tell you that the biggest mistake, there is two mistakes that I made. And the biggest mistake that I made was that I I didn't have the mindset yet that I could change. That I was fat then, but there was a way for me to change. That I could diet and I could work out in a different way, and I could lose fat. I could lose that weight and be like the other normal kids, maybe a bit more fit, a bit less fatty. But I didn't believe it. I I couldn't even imagine myself being fit. I couldn't even imagine myself, being normal. I was always seeing myself as a fat kid, as the fat guy, as the cute guy, as the chubby guy. And from the day and the second mistake that I made was that I never took dieting seriously. I thought at least that if I cut down the shitty foods that if I cut down the shitty foods like like chips, fried food, and all that stuff, snacks and sweets, that I would lose weight. I didn't even know how calories work. I didn't even know what calories were, but I didn't even know how dieting works, to, to how to construct, how to make a good diet, a great diet. And now that I have all the knowledge that is needed, and I'm now a coach, and I'm now a coach because I went through it all and I want to change other lives too. And I want to change other lives. And I want to change other lives and make them change like I once changed, with the mindset and the dieting and the training and all that changed, and my life changed, my confidence changed, everything changed. But for many years I stepped on the scale and nothing was changing. I was only gaining weight, and I was like, how am I gaining weight? I tried to eat less food, but I was still eating junk. My parents didn't know how dieting worked. I grew up in an environment that everybody was a bit overweight, and every day, every single food had much oil in it, had many calories in it. So yeah, I couldn't even escape it. But now that I track everything, I realize that these foods could have the same taste, could be that great as they were, with less oil, less calories, less, maybe with some other products that are low fat. And I'm like, now, damn, I couldn't escape it because I ate so many calories every single day without realizing it, that I thought the only way to change was to to eat less to eat less, just less, not calories, to eat just less. But yeah, that was my life for 10 plus years. From the I told you, from the day I remember myself, I was fat. I was fat and I couldn't escape it. I couldn't change it. Everybody else was calling me fat, was telling me how overweight I was, and other kids kind of were like joking with me, but every fat kid resonates with me now that we laugh, but we know deep down that we have to change, that we cannot change because we don't have the knowledge, we don't know how to change, we only know how to eat less. But it's not about eating less, it's about eating the right foods and the right amounts. And now that I know that, it's so easy, and it makes weight loss and fat loss and getting shredded and gaining muscle so much easier than it once was. Back then it was guessing, now it's just tracking, and it's stats, it's statistics. We just keep track of all things we eat, and we know, I personally know how much fat and weight I'm gonna lose and my clients are gonna lose, and everybody. So it's just mathematics. It's just logic. There is no I might lose. If I lose, you will lose. If you follow the plan, you will lose the weight. But it was difficult. It was difficult back then. It was so difficult being called these names, living this life, having parents that are fat, that are overweight, and living the same day again and again and again and again, and wanting to change and wanting to live the life, to live like a normal kid, but I couldn't because deep down I always knew that I was fat. I went out and I was insecure. I went out with my friends. I felt like the ugliest one, let's say, because I was fat. I felt like I mattered less to everybody because I was fat, because I was not good looking or something like that. My confidence was at an all time low. Um, in in maybe back in 2020, because I was the fattest I had ever been, and my mental health was not that good at that time, and I had enough, and I changed. And I've made a video about how this whole journey went. I'm gonna throw it up right here in this tab, and you can see it later. But I worked out for 10 years. 10 years, man. And it's so hard working out for 10 years, sweating and going into tournaments for basically nothing, because I I didn't lose any weight. I got only a bit stronger, and not much progress was made realistically. So when that day came in 2020, 30th of December, I decided to change. And now, in just 5 years, not 10, when I was doing everything wrong. Now, in 5 years, I have the body of my dreams. Sometimes I'm looking at myself with with these arms and this chest right here, abs, visible abs. I'm strong. Now I'm better looking than I was, and I'm proud. I can say, of my body now, of the body I built, because I wanted it for a long time, from the day, as I told you in the beginning, from the day that I remember myself. So that was the video, guys. If you want to get coached by me and go through this journey with me and clear things up for you, make everything easier for you, and lose the damn weight and get shredded and stop guessing, there's a link down below. You can book a call with me and we'll speak directly and we'll find the best plan for you. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you liked my story. I'll see you on the next one, boys. Peace.